Hi everyone and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel and I'm your reader every time you visit this channel. This reading is intended for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, it's meant for you. It could be a continuation of the monthly reading. It could be a story that did not come through in the monthly reading, or it could just be something that you need to hear, so please apply it wherever it fits. Also, if you're a cross watcher watching for Sagittarius, it'll probably feel like I'm talking to you about your Sagittarius. So if you need to reverse the roles, feel free, okay? Now, I've shuffled the deck, I've pulled your cards, and the bottom of your deck is the Five of Wands. So it seems as though you've recently gotten into an argument with someone, and I'm seeing that kind of throughout the spread because at current, there's something that's upsetting you. You're having a real issue, I feel like, with the way things ended the last time you spoke to this person. It does look like there's a lot of love in this situation, whoever this is. But I feel like for now, you're in a space of feeling like there's not really anything you can do about what happened, because I'm seeing you really just kind of ignoring the situation and pulling back. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not interested in this. It just means that for the time being, it seems like there's not a whole lot of communication going on, because I'm not seeing any swords here outside of your Two of Swords energy for where you're at, right? Why this is happening. Now, it kind of seems like there was a decision that needed to be made and it wasn't being made, right? It looks like there were some issues around honesty, because I do have honesty in the reverse. I've got suspicion, vulnerability in the reverse, and humiliation. And your obstacle is the Devil in the reverse. So there's toxicity in regards to this connection, right? I feel like there isn't much of a foundation with whomever this is about, because you also have no pentacles here either, right? So we have a lack of commitment. We have issues around communication, action. It kind of feels like at this time, the ball is in your court and you are ignoring the situation or deciding not to do anything about it right now. So there's not a whole lot of movement going on, right? Now, with the Star in the reverse, this could be that an argument broke out because it looks like there was healing that needed to be happening, right? There's conversations that need to be had. It seems like with this lack of trust that I'm seeing in this relationship, there isn't enough disclosure to make either of you really feel safe in this connection. There's a lot of things that need to be addressed here, right? And I feel like for whatever reason, it's just not happening. You know, for some of you, you may feel as though you're apart from someone that you very much would like to be with because of external influences. Now, in your past, you did have a Queen of Cups. I'm seeing a King of Cups in the reverse for hopes and fears. So it could be that you're hoping that you can easily move on from this situation and that it's not going to be something that you have to bring with you as you go, because I'm almost seeing the energy of you being a little bit dishonest with yourself about what you want, being that you're in a space of wanting to put yourself first and progress regardless of what this is. It's almost like you would rather ignore it. You know, it didn't work out. I just want to be done. But what you fear, though, is having to really express yourself, right? So for some of you, I feel like it's almost easier to be like, okay, I know how this person felt. It didn't work out. We can't fix the situation. I'm just going to move on, right? The difficulty here, though, is that you will have a reconciliation with this person, being the Four of Wands is your next influence, what's coming towards you. And your outcome is the Tower in the reverse. So regardless of what you're doing at this time or what you're trying to tell yourself, I see you having an opportunity to deal with this situation again. Now, you may be deciding to fix what's broken in regards to this connection. The person in your environment that's coming through in your reading is coming in as the Hierophant in the reverse. So you're both mirroring each other very much because you're wanting to put yourself first, right? And this person is very much doing the same. It's like they're not willing to do what's best for everyone involved. they're in a space of wanting to put themselves first and wanting to maintain their own independence, right? Now, your person actually feels as though you're moving on, you're ready to do something new. And I'd say that they're right for the simple fact that you are not making a decision to do anything in regards to this connection. So that's why they're picking up on that energy. Let's clarify star in the reverse. All right. So yeah, there were some things said or done probably as a result of things from the past that had never been addressed that led to a pretty abrupt ending. And it seems like you're kind of at war with someone or in a space of not being able to talk to them at this time. Tell me about the obstacle. Okay, so the obstacle here, I feel like maybe Sagittarius, you tried to go back and fix something, or someone tried to come back to you and fix something. But the difficulty was that there was action, right? There was probably passion, or there was sex, or spending time together, but all the other things that make a relationship were not being addressed in this time that you spent with this person. And so when that happens and there's kind of all this distrust, right? People start feeling vulnerable because old feelings start coming back. That's that Queen of Cups energy of like, wow, I remember how great it was to be around this person. So you start wanting that person again, right? But all the issues that go along with the relationship also start coming to the surface. Now, what's interesting as well is that you got the Oracle card saying, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So Spirit is saying you're going to have to take action. I feel like there is an action on your part eventually, because you're coming through with King of Wands energy, and King of Wands is very action oriented. There's got to be something that leads you to this Four of Wands, right? Because right now this is at such a stalemate and such a standstill where nobody's really doing too much of anything. Could even be that someone reached out to you and you still have yet to respond back to them to really fix whatever is broken here, whatever this Five of Wands argument it looks like was, right? It seems as though there were some words said that you're probably really thinking about, and it may have you really deciding if this is something that you want to keep giving to. You could be weighing out what's been fair in this connection, who's done what, and really assessing whether or not you want to still keep giving your time to this. Let's find out about our Two of Swords. Yeah, Two of Cups. So I feel like there was an apology here. There was a reunion, but then it's almost like as quickly as it happened, there was communication that shut that down, right? It's like having a really good time and then leaving and then trying to come back. And it's like everything has changed because of this King of Pentacles and the reverse energy. It could have even been that you found out that your person doesn't want a relationship, and that could have changed the dynamic of what you were trying to do. And maybe you didn't feel as though you were as invested in it anymore because it wasn't going to go anywhere, right? Could be that you are talking to somebody and they're just like, yeah, I'm not really into it. I kind of want to see what I can see. And that really killed it for you, right? So maybe you're just kind of sitting there trying to figure out, is this even worth my time? Now, what's interesting though, is I do see the love here, right? But it also looks like there's too much confusion. And so as soon as the emotions start getting involved, it seems as though this gets shut down. And I was seeing very quickly that it seems like once you start feeling anything, you leave because you don't feel safe. And I feel like this person also doesn't feel safe. I feel like the two of you probably are not being transparent about what you really want in regards to love or this connection. Could be because of things that happen with one another. Could be because of things that you've done to other people or other people have done to you, right? There's an energy of never really knowing where you stand with this. And so I feel like for you, you kind of want to see where it can go, but at the same time, if this person has already expressed to you that it's not going to go anywhere, you would rather move forward. Now, I want to see why. Okay, so you are wanting to repair the damage in this connection, but you also, it's like you equally want to ignore it. For some of you, you're kind of hoping this person will change their mind about what they want. But I really feel like if that's the case, you may need to express yourself a little more and make this person understand that you also want a relationship. Okay. Because this actually, with the Four of Wands, this is a card of engagement, right? And I do see the possibility of there becoming something more than what you've seen out of this connection. The difficulty, though, is that it seems like it's so temporary. Whoever you're dealing with, you're going to have a discussion about what this is that you're trying to avoid. Okay. I don't know if this is a big secret that you need to tell this person, or if this is just the energy of you needing to have a discussion about what happened before. For some of you, this is someone that you cheated on that you're trying to reconcile with. For others of you, this is someone that you cheated with, right? The origin story of this relationship seems choppy. I see that you're not supposed to be moving out of this connection at this time because you actually got free yourself in the reverse. Let's take a look at your person's energy. All right, so this person is working on something of their own. I feel like they are trying to build a life that is in alignment with who they are. Could be that because I have a Pisces and I have a Gemini and I have a Four of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with someone who's holding on to two people, and that's why they're not available to give to you. Could be that they feel like you're holding on to two people, and until you make a decision, because here's your card, Sagittarius, they're not going to keep putting anything into this connection. Tell me about their Fool energy. So they feel like you come and go, like you create blockages to them moving forward. They feel like you try to fix the connection with them and move things forward, and then very quickly shut them out. Okay. So I feel like this person has a lot of issues in regards to where they feel like the connection is going. And maybe that's how they're taking control of the situation, is by saying that they don't want anything from you because they don't feel safe, right? So it's kind of like, if I don't get my expectations up, I won't be disappointed. I'm just going to tell Sagittarius I don't want anything, and then whatever happens, happens. But it looks like you're taking that as like, well, why would I keep showing up for something that's not going to go anywhere, right? So you're both kind of doing this thing where neither one of you wants to be 100% transparent because you don't want to get hurt. But at the same time, that's creating a stalemate situation that's not allowing the situation to move at all. Okay. Now, Tower for your energy, Nine of Swords, Page of Cups. Okay, so you're going to have some clarity here. All is not lost in this connection, even though right now I think you kind of feel like it is. It will get better. The difficulty is that I feel like the toxicity in this connection is not going to be addressed the way that it should be to be able to build at this time. It's almost like you'll have an opportunity to go back to the good times with this person, to feel like you had a victory in some fashion, or like you are getting the attention that you want. But the issues still aren't being addressed, right? And I feel like that's really the main problem, is that there's still too many things in this relationship that are keeping it from giving you the clarity and the stability you need, because the conversations are not happening, right? And so the issue is you will fix this, right? You'll go back and deal with this again. But just as quickly as you go back, it's like, oh, it's almost like you can't be in this person's space for too long before there's some sort of argument, or the past starts to come back, right? There's regrets. There's things that I think you feel bad about or they feel bad about. And so once that gets brought up, you both separate and take that break, miss each other, and then try again. And so it's almost like this is a cycle that it's not going to be fixed until you really address whatever that toxicity is that needs to be let go. Now, I don't feel like you're being told to leave this person with the free yourself in the reverse. You have love yourself first at the bottom of the deck, and that's in the reverse. I don't feel like at this time putting yourself first is the thing to do. And I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, but if you want to see this connection move forward, you may have to swallow your pride and have that conversation or take that action. And I think you are really thinking about it, but it's like right now you're both at such a standstill. It looks like Spirit is saying that you're the one that's supposed to make the effort in this situation right now. Okay. I'm going to take this over to the extended reading because I want to take a look at your person's energy to get an idea of how they would reply or respond if you did try to speak to them. I want to see what they want, how they feel about you. Let's get a card to see what the dishonesty is. Okay. Okay. So you both, I think you both want this, just so you know. But I think that you both act like you don't because you're afraid of this connection. And I think you're afraid of it turning into something that looks like anything that you've seen in the past. I think you both have a real fear of abandonment. You have a fear of being betrayed or cheated on. Okay. I think that's really what the dishonesty is about. But to say that, right, you would have to be very vulnerable. And I don't think either of you want to do that at this time. Anyway, though, I'm going to take a look at the extended. I'm going to see what's going on with your person. I want to see their actions towards you, what they're doing, will do, why they will do all of those things, and how that'll affect you. If you'd like to join me, the link will be down below. And as always, I'll put a preview at the end of the video. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and I will speak to all of you again soon. Bye. How they feel about you is the Knight of Swords. So this person feels like you are in your head. You only communicate with them when you're drinking. They may feel as though they can only communicate with you when they're drinking. That could be part of the argument that you had or whatever the issue was that you're trying to get over. This person feels like they've tried to give a lot to this connection, and it seems as though you have not noticed, right, is kind of what their energy is telling me. Now, with them feeling like the Knight of Swords to you, it's like they're focusing on all of the words that you've said. They're trying to downplay their own emotions because they feel like that's what you do. And they're trying to match your energy, okay? So it's kind of like they're taking the love they have for you, they water it down, and then they give you what they feel like you're giving to them. This person could be looking at you as a twin, but they feel as though every time you reconcile, there's always an issue, and that has a lot to do with the people in your environment or problems from the past. This person also feels like you need to make a decision. So with that environmental issue, it could be that you've juggled or you've been indecisive about what you want. It feels as though this person thinks you're interested in them sometimes, and then you ignore them others. So I feel like they're just kind of ready to have something a little more stable. Now, Four of Cups in the reverse for what they're currently doing. So this person, it feels like, has spent a lot of time trying